Hey everybody, Swampy here. Getting into the swamp, finding goodies, keeping secrets. What happens in the swamp stays in the swamp. We all know this. Sorry I'm running a little bit late tonight. Casey a little bit before the show. He's causing trouble as usual. You know how it goes. There we go. I was looking for something. So how's everybody doing tonight? We got a little bit of a crowd here. Who we got in here tonight? We got 8 people watching. Dang, only 8 people. Feel like I'm slacking. Haven't made many full-length videos lately, guys. I do apologize for that. I'm learning the ropes on the new camera. Nice thing about having an adult son. Running the Hero 10. So definitely going to be some improvement. I just got to be able to get it into my editor, and I was having some issues with that on the last video I tried to make. But we have been getting out in the field. We've been finding a few things. I've been hanging out with Mr. Dennis, KCMD. Been finding some cool stuff. Not so many coins. I know Dennis is a little bit more of a coin hunter than I am. I'm more of a relic hunter. But I found some really cool relics, and actually tonight probably could use your help to identify one, at least one of them. So let's see who's here tonight. We got Mr. Don the Relic Reaper. Showed up a little bit earlier. He had to take off, but that's okay. We got my brother the Drone Bandit just over on the other side of the lake from me, pretty much. So he's down here in the swamp. We got Jim Steele, the Bud Files. Man, you want to see some cool stuff. You want to see some great exploration. These are the guys to go check out right here. Check out the Bud Files. Awesome. Loyal supporter of all we've got here, Mr. J. Paul. Nice to see you tonight, J. Paul. We got Chew here. Hey, Chew, how you doing? Of course, we got Mandy Brown. We're doing great here, Mandy. Who else we got here? We got Rob. Hey, Rob. And I think that's it that's been chatting so far. You guys all being kind of quiet. It says there's 7 people in this chat, but I'm not seeing 7. I'm going to take my hat off, guys. Oh, I do like that hat, though. So I've had a busy week. Been finding stuff, mostly metal detecting. Lights. Just bought those the other day so I can get out at night. See if I can't find some things out there in the dark. Go swinging the detector in the dock. So, things we found this week. Let me show you. We've been hunting an old homestead. There's 6 houses. Awesome place. It is public property, so hey, Treasure Hunter X. How you doing, brother? So we've been hunting an old homestead. There were 6 houses on it. It's now public property. It's a I don't know what they're doing with it. I've heard rumors that they're going to develop it, but right now it's owned by the county, so I've been hitting it. And one of the first good signals I had, well, my first good signal was a hinge, a brass hinge, but I didn't put it on my table. It's somewhere else. Hey, Rocky Mountain. So, swinging along, and when I'm hunting, I'm usually looking for anything, whether it's iron or not. And we pulled this up. Now, this is at least 100-year-old homestead. Oh, it's dripping dirt all over my computer. Hold it back a little bit. So we pull up this hatchet head. Nice little start to a hunt. We pull up a good hatchet head. Probably gonna clean this up and reuse it. Nothing like having a good hatchet, and they don't make them like they used to. It's got a lot of rust on it, but there's a lot of good usable steel on there. So I'm swinging along. I found two of these next things. Now, I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. One of them was all busted up. Obviously wasn't intact. Wasn't going to help me with identifying. Some of you might know what it is if you've seen some of my shorts, because this has been on a short. But this is a really cool find. This is probably one of my favorite finds with a detector in a little while. And I don't think there's anybody in here who's old enough to recognize what this actually is. It is bent. It got a nice bend in it. I think I might have done that with the shovel, but I'm not sure. With a piece this big, sometimes it can be tough, but that's all brass. Any guesses? Oh, yeah. Relic Reaper remembers. Did you see the short there, Don, or are you just making a guess? But Relic Reaper is correct. This is a dash panel. This is the dash panel off of a 1930 or 1931 Ford Model A. So, yep, sweet. So he just likes cars. So yeah, this dash panel was only used for 2 years in the Model A. So 1930 or 1931. We've definitely got some age in that area. There's been some coin finds I didn't make. I found a couple of Wheaties, but somebody else found something else, and that's gonna have to be their show, not my show. But yeah, I wish it didn't have big ding in it. I'll clean it up a little bit. Might heat it up and see if I can push this back a little bit. It's got the nice thing is it's still got electrical wires in that one slot. I don't know what it is, but that's a big find. That thing came up screaming too. So here's the one I really need everybody's help with, though. It came up in 2 different locations, so it's not together. I'm going to show you one side, then I'm going to show you the other. I have done a little bit of cleaning, but it's still got a lot of dirt on it. It's got these 4 little pegs on the back. Opposite those pegs, it's got pegs up here around the inside of the circle, and that looked like a track of some kind. So a little bit later in the day, probably 50 feet away, found this piece, and it's got indents in 4 spots, and it's got a smooth race all the way around it. I thought it was rubber. It's not. This is actually metal. I think the whole thing is brass. It's certainly not steel. Doesn't stick to a magnet. But then I was looking at it closer, since I didn't put these together as one piece, and you can see these line up. That would have gone together smooth, but being as old as it is, and with the corrosion in it, it's not going all the way in now. See, and Rob might have an idea if he's been hanging around old cars. I think this is a car part, but I don't know what part this would be. And I'm thinking I don't think it's steel. Do I have a magnet in here? I don't even think I got a magnet in my room. What the crap? I'm slacking, guys. I haven't even magnet tested this. Oh, dang it. No magnet up here. So, this is it. All assembled. Any ideas? And you can see the size next to my hand. It's pretty decent size. And I don't know if it was supposed to move. My original thought was bearings went inside of it, but there's no room for a bearing chase. If this one was by itself, I would say you could put bearings in those 4 spots, but those 4 spots line up with these and they go all the way in. Yeah, that's a good point. If it was an old car, it could be a part of the wooden wheel, the piece that held it all together. I mean, the top one is obviously bent. The bottom one's nice and straight, but the top one's got a nice size bend in it. I wouldn't expect to find good car parts out in a homestead, though. I'd expect them to be broken when they ended up in the ground. Otherwise, they'd be using them. See, and Jim Steele's got a good point. That is also something that's crossed my mind, is this could be part of the steering column. Maybe something that stuck in there and the column went through it. I mean, it would have been pretty solid with the 2 pieces in. This would have all been solid, so no bearings in it. Oh. But yeah, definitely an interesting place that I've been hitting. But it's been a long week. Man, I've been so tired, not knowing which way's up and which way's down. Mm. Let's see. I want to check something. Okay. Grandpa was a World War II mechanic. All right. We got us a mechanic and a military mechanic in the family too. My boy's a mechanic in the Marine Corps, but his stuff is all new stuff. He's working on the outdated Humvees that the Marine Corps is getting ready to discontinue the use of. Working on the big trucks. I gotta find something. Nope. Hey, Brockton. So Brockton, I was showing everybody the finds. You missed them. This week we found us a dashboard for a Model A car, 1930s, 1931. Found us a nice old hatchet head. And we were just discussing the mystery piece. It's got a big bend in it. I got a clock too, but I'm not ready to show that yet. So this one's kind of stuck together. I still don't know what it is. These 2 pieces interchain, they lock into each other and make one solid piece. So we're thinking a steering column for an old car, maybe the Model A that dash came out of, maybe Yeah, my first thought was a pulley, but it's not the right. It's got too many other things that a pulley wouldn't have. These little posts on the back, the fact that they slide into each other, there's really no bearings for it. When they're together, there's really no room for a rope to lie through it if it went in all the way. So who knows? I'll figure it out eventually. I got one of my car buddies looking at it. He's restoring a Model A right now, so should be interesting. That's part of a harmonica. Should definitely be interesting. We should have fun with that. I just wanted to come up for a little bit, see how everybody's doing. See if anybody else wants to come up and share some of their finds. Maybe somebody's got a question on what they've got. Would be happy to look at it. We'll see if the community can figure it out. I'm posting the link up right now. So come on up. Say howdy. Tell us what you've been doing. What you've been finding. Anybody that wants to, come on up here. Bring your treasures with you. I mean, I'm hoping for more treasures. I got a couple of other places to go out. I've got a buddy that just acquired a permission out on an 82-acre ranch that I'm meeting up with on Sunday. So that should be interesting. Man, this camera's a little bit different. It's my new camera. Found a new camera for streaming too, so we decided to throw that into the mix. So if anybody wants to share something, come on up. We'll take a look at it. You never know. There could be somebody here that knows what you got. Kind of working on my room a little bit. It's still a mess, but we'll get there. The miss doesn't like it one little bit. She says I gotta clean this up. Makes it hard to use some of my equipment that's in here too. Ugh, that blows. So, that's about it. That's about what we're doing. Black Magic holding together. The boat is doing great. I'm actually looking at doing a modification to it, adding a sail into it so I can go farther distances. There's a couple of spots I want to hit that about 2 miles. I don't really want to row 2 miles, but I could do it if I had to. I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit nicer. It's been super chilly down here in Florida. Surprisingly, we've gotten down into the 30s and 40s a couple of nights, and we just aren't adapted to that. I mean, you guys have seen me. I'm always wearing my tank top, my shorts, and shoes with no socks. So we're looking at taking our old, if you've seen some of my early videos where I had the canoe that I found, or the sailboat that I found on the side of the road, I kept all the rigging for that. So I've still got the sail, which is way too big, but I've got the mast and the yard arms, and I'm going to cut the yard arms down and sew together a new canvas sail. And we'll see about turning that big canoe into a sailing canoe where I can take the mast off, still use it as a canoe, but I can get out there and sail it as well. So that should be interesting. I'll make sure that I video the process on that. You guys can see how things come together, how I'm converting that free canoe into a sailboat. So should be fun. Good times, definitely. Wow. I expected to see a few more people in here tonight. I guess it's a slow Friday night. We're kind of picking this up. This is something that we're going to do every other week. Talked with the Magnetic Squatch. His show, it was taking too much out of him to be able to do a show every week. So we're going to kind of bounce back and forth. He'll have one weekend, I'll have the other one. Hey, Secret Creek Prospecting, how you doing? I'm doing great. We were just discussing old cars, talking a little bit about the show. Into the Swamp is going to be a regular show every other week. So we'll have this one today, and then that'll put the next one 2 weeks from today. And that'll give me 2 weeks to find some new things, have some new adventures. You guys have seen I've been out a little bit more on the mountain bikes lately, so there'll be hopefully some good mountain biking videos. I'm looking at getting the drone up in the air above the mountain bikes so y'all can see me riding. Hey, Don the Metal Detective, how you doing tonight? I haven't seen you around for a while. And Don, you asked when you could come down. I talked to Sherry about it, and she said you just need to call and tell her when you want to come down. You have an absolute open invitation to come down to the swamp and hang out with us. Yeah, Squatch has been really busy, Rob. He's been learning his new job, learning about those RVs and how to sell them. Anybody looking for an RV, particularly a pull behind type camper, definitely hit him up on social media. Oh, I'm sorry you've been sick, Don. I hope you're feeling better. You'll have to shoot me a message after the stream or sometime this weekend. Let us know how you're doing. I know Sherry would love to hear from you. We absolutely adored having you here with us when you were here. We'll get out. Besides, you're my lucky charm. I've never found gold except for with Dawn the Metal Detective here. I mean, she comes out and I step out of the car and boom, I step on gold. So definitely my good luck charm. And we'd love to see you again. Are those arrows behind me? There may be arrows behind me. There are. Right. There are some of my arrows. That's my longbow right there. My custom axe that I made is right there. That's stuff that came out of my first homestead that I was hunting. Driver's licenses are against the law. I don't know why. Yeah, I have a lot of different outdoor hobbies for sure, Jim. So it keeps me busy getting outside. Now between the treasure hunting, either whether I'm out metal detecting, magnet fishing, bottle digging on those rare occasions. Upper worm thrust bearing. Now that's, ooh. You must be looking things up there, Brockton, because that's definitely got some potential. That I didn't even think about. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Man. I think Brockton may have figured it out. How you figuring stuff like that out? Yeah, I'm going to Google that. I'll definitely Google it. Yeah, eventually I won't be able to pull that full draw bow back either, and particularly with me shooting a longbow instead of a compound. I mean, my longbow is a hickory longbow. Most of my arrows are primitive arrows, so what pretty butterflies. Oh, the ones on my wall. Yeah, I never took some of them down when I took over this room. This was our craft room, and there used to be a bed that folded down right there. Now I've got a futon right there, but it needs to be cleaned off. It's got my metal detectors on it and everything else. Whew, that's a big deer. Ready for a warmer climate. Yeah. -59. Oof. No, thank you, Rob. That was me in Antarctica and up in the Arctic. I've done my time up in that weather. I'm not going to do it again. Nope. Nope. Wild horses couldn't drag me back into the Arctic or Antarctic. I'm going to have me a drink, everybody. Cheers. Tink, tink. Yeah, cold weather, not my friend. Not my friend at all. So, what do y'all think? What direction should we take this show? I mean, I want it to be unique. I want something that other people don't do. You take care too, Secret Creek Prospecting. We'll definitely be looking out for you. The revolution. Yeah. The revolution of the swamp. That's what we got kicking. I'm going to post that link again just in case anybody decides they want to come up. We got a couple of extra people in here now. We got about 8 people. So, not a big crowd, but that's okay. Ooh, South Dakota. Too cold. And if you're in South Dakota, you probably know my sweethearts family. They were Dakota pioneers. Hey, Clark's Cove, how you doing tonight, guys? Glad you guys could make it. We were discussing metal detecting finds. I was showing off some weird stuff. Found a dashboard for a Model A, 1930s Model A. So, had a good time. Keep those friends close. So yeah, and I'm kind of at a loss for what I'm doing and what direction I'm taking the show. We got somebody that wants to come up and share with everybody. Hey John, how you doing? Did you see that? Well, I think I already showed John that. John's one of my local metal detecting buddies, so definitely having fun. Ooh, other big announcement. Swamp Patton will be going to Florida Hunt 9. Hi, Dawn.
Hey,
We
how
all
are
know,
you?
girl. I'm doing great, Don. How you doing? You getting over whatever you had?
Yes,
Oh,
I
good.
got sick the week before Halloween till the first week of December.
Oof. Who's at? Somebody's at my front door at 10 o'clock at night.
That's not cool. Where's Sherry?
I don't know. There's nobody at my front door. I like this Ring doorbell thing. Let's see. In live. So yeah, I've been getting ready for Florida Hunt. Want to go see what I can find up there. It's a new location. So anybody going to be in Florida oh my gosh, it's not a person at my front door. I got a Siamese cat at my front door. It said person detected. That ain't a person. That's a cat, and it's not one of mine.
It said, I heard that this is a good house.
Yeah, I don't want no more cats in here. Squirrel. Yeah, it could be a squirrel, but it was definitely a cat. Sherry tells
Hello,
me she sees
Clark's
them all
Cove.
the time.
I was going live when you popped up on my screen, so I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you.
So, Dawn, are you going to come to Florida Hunt 9?
I got invited,
Did you?
but
Good.
I don't think so.
Why not? We'd love to see you down here.
I am still really, really weak.
Well, it gives you a couple of months to recover. When's Florida Hunt 9? I don't even remember. Just a second. I'm going to look up the dates on that.
Are you coming to the Wisconsin?
I don't know. A lot depends on, there's a lot of financial stuff involved with that. I would need. Okay, John says it's in May. Yeah, it's in. So Florida Hunt 9 is in May.
And
Um,
so is the.
yeah. See, and that's closer for me.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. I was hoping Rob and Melissa would be able to make it to Florida Hunt 9. Well, Rob and Melissa, anytime you want to come down to the swamp, you're welcome to come down and hang out with us. We'll make a bed up for you. Dawn keeps trying to say that bedroom's hers, but
It's mine.
you got to share.
I will.
You got to share.
It's a
So
cool bed.
that is a cool bed. I don't like it. I don't like the split bed. Nope.
Yeah, but it's just me. So it was really cool. That way I only dirtied one side of the bed.
So yeah, it's it's been I've had some interesting hunts. Did you see that? Did you get to see that Model A part that I found, Don?
No.
Check this out. It's a dash column. It's the dashboard, brass dashboard for a 1930 Model A.
Oh, wow.
I think I hit it with my shovel right here while it was in the ground
Well, when
because
they're
it's
down like that, it's hard.
I think I hit it right here because I can see new brass shining through on the side right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hit it bad. It's just bent pretty bad. I'll probably get my torch out and heat it up along this and see if I can bend it back to shape. But it's still got one of the gauges in it. And I mean, it may have been somewhat damaged. I'm pretty sure that cut was me right there
Yeah.
because that's fresh.
Yeah, you can see the brass.
Yep. The one on the other side's not so fresh on the other side of that hole, but that's fresh cut. That was me. I'll own that one.
There's a guy that comes on Thursday, and don't ask me what his name is. But he detects in Kentucky or
Okay.
Tennessee, the the tip of Kentucky and the tip of Tennessee. You know where, right where it comes together.
Is it Don's Law?
No,
Okay. That was just a while. Did I just hear a baby
no,
or a cat?
it's my
Oh,
cat. I was trying to get her in frame.
all I heard was a meow, and I was like, "What?"
Yes,
I don't like cats, but you knew
everybody
that.
must love Lucy.
No, I don't like cats at all. I tolerate some of them. Meow. What?
So on Squatcher's Lab one night, and everybody's like, "Do you hear that noise?" I'm like, "I don't hear any noise."
It was a
And
plot.
she was up against the speaker purring.
Oh, nice. So
But
when
I
you getting
couldn't
metal
hear it
detecting
on
again, Don?
live. I'm
When are
sorry.
you gonna get out? When are you gonna get out metal detecting again?
I told you. Well,
I
you
know you've
can't
been
metal
sick.
detect here in the summer. You just can't. It's not
No.
like there where you get a breeze that comes through.
Oh, and it can be brutal hot here in the summer and humidity, but I do it anyways. I'm kind of adapted to living in the swamps, so heat and humidity are my friends. Cold? Uh-uh. We got down to 30 degrees one night, and I was like, nope, nope, gonna have to go further south.
Is Clark's Cove still on here?
I think so.
I'm going to say they know what kind of climate I came from.
Oh yeah, yeah. That West Virginia cold is not my idea of fun. Uh-uh.
But I don't mind that. It's
No, some
nothing
people.
like it was when I grew up though.
Well, and you adapt to the weather where you live. You
Yes.
know, I'm a hot weather. I have adapted to hot weather. I've been in Florida now for 16, 17 years since my boy was 4 and he's 21 now. So I'm kind of adapted to this weather.
No, we've been here 7 years.
Oof. See, I've been here 7 years, but I've been in Florida getting closer to 20. And I may be out in California in the next couple of months. I don't know yet.
Is your son coming in?
He's waiting to hear whether he made his promotion or not. And when he makes corporal, I'm gonna fly out because I'm gonna pin his corporal chevrons on him.
Yes.
So at least that's the plan for now. Oh man, there was my magnet.
So are you gonna give him the little thing sent you, or are you keeping that?
He's got it.
Oh, does he?
Yep, I figured that was for him.
Well, I
He's the
got it
Marine.
for you to do with what you wanted.
Yep, he's got it in his collection. Yep,
Oh, good.
cold one day, warm the next. It does that here sometimes too, Clark's Cove. It's just not quite as cold. I'm still hunting for my first Indian head penny. No Indian heads.
You're not gonna find it in
Started.
Florida.
It can happen. I saw two of them found this last weekend. We got another person coming up here.
Hey, Swampy. Hi, Don.
Rob,
I've talked with
Hey,
you before.
Rob.
you haven't what?
I've met Don before. I think, I don't know if it was on Anita's live or it might have been on another live.
Yeah, Dawn the Metal Detective comes up on a lot of lives.
Mm-hmm.
She's a troublemaker, or she can be a troublemaker.
Yeah.
I'm not a
You
troublemaker.
you've got some nice glass on that shelf behind you. Yep, I knew that. See in the chat right there, John Ehrman, actually, his
Yeah.
son
Hey.
found an IHP in DeLand, Florida, and that was one of the two that I was just talking about. But I wasn't going to say who found it, and I won't since he said it already. That's fine. But
Mhm.
the other one was found by somebody else, and it was a 1908 Indian
Oh,
head, and
well,
I was there when that one got found.
I,
So
I,
if you,
I won these on New Year's.
which ones are those? What's that? Just a second. I'm gonna bring you up.
Yeah, bringing up big because I can't see it.
I'm gonna. There we go.
Pull it back just a little bit.
That's a 1964 Canadian. That's a younger Liz.
Yup.
Nice,
And a
What's the
nice,
percentage of
1945
silver in it?
war penny. Or not penny,
nice.
excuse me, I misspoke. War nickel.
Yep, I found one of
That's
those.
cool.
Hey, Marlon. We got Marlin in there.
I also have a silver quarter around here someplace, but I can't. Not a quarter, $half around here someplace that I won. It's pretty.
Yeah,
I don't know where it is.
one of those. I got one of those. I got a 1943, I think. I've got a little treasure box full of coins. So
Show him your first silver.
yeah, that's the one I was just looking for. Oh, it's not in this box. You know why it's not in this box? Because my silver coins are in a bag.
Yeah, I used to be more of a. I'm getting more into collecting coins again. I used to be a bit of a numismatist when I was younger, but I'm getting back into it now. I think.
I
Yeah,
love that vase behind you. That's
my son
gorgeous.
is the coin
Oh yeah,
collector.
thank you. Most everything in this I've been collecting for years. I either got at a second-hand shop or I got sort of from someplace. This one,
Yes.
Hey,
this one here, yeah. I I got. I think I only paid a couple bucks for that. I think that's yeah. It's worth much more than I paid for
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah.
hey, hitting that thrift shop and looking for in the secondhand stores, looking for things, looking for that antique, as our buddy Marlon would say, that's treasure. You're a
That is
treasure.
that is this Pegasus. This Pegasus is pretty old.
Nice. Yeah, I've just started collecting bottles. I've started looking for bottles in the last little bit when I'm detecting, just because I find so many of them. But man, I think I've broken more bottles. Yep. If you're hunting it, you're a treasure hunter. You're in the treasure. I can
Yeah.
almost I can almost do a Marlin imitation, but not quite. I don't think anybody can. So this was my recent bottle find. This is my best bottle find.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool. Is it a honey
That's a
or a?
no.
Makeup.
I can't see. I can't read that. Swampy.
It's vinegar. It
Oh,
says
vinegar. Okay.
yep. It says Apple Ridge. Oh, I can't read it. Oh, Apple Pie Ridge is the name of the company. And it says right across it, pure apple cider vinegar. Then it's got the manufacturer's mark right there. But this
It's
came
pretty
out of the
sweet.
ground just beautiful. I mean, it was full of dirt. I had to clean it out, but it's probably one of the most unique bottles I've found. I've seen a couple of the other examples, but that's one of my favorite bottle digs. That one, and I got two of them up on my desk that I really like. That's the other one, and that's my only
Oh,
cobalt blue.
is that a poison bottle?
No, this one's
Mm,
not a poison bottle. I don't know what
Oh,
was in this one,
I
but
would
if you
say
oh, that's pretty.
look at
I
that.
I
love I
wanted to
love cobalt.
the stuff
It
that
got
your
bent.
mom would rub on your chest when you were little.
Yeah, it
It's a
looks like
little
it
bit
got warped
small
by a
for a
fire.
yeah, it did. The house that it was in burned down
Mm.
probably in the 1950s, late 1940s, early 1950s. That house burned down, and that house in Homestead yield a lot of treasure for me. Oh, Brockton says, "Hang on, let me get more peeps in here, Swampy." Absolutely, bring it on.
Pretty cool.
I'll put it all on. I'll
One of
put
the
the map.
most interesting things I accidentally found. Let's see, I don't know where it is at the moment. Last summer, I found I think it's over 100-year-old CT pliers, slip joint pliers. Let's see, it should be on top of my
Oh,
dresser.
nice. Yeah, I have a couple of old pairs of pliers in that shadow box right there. I need to work on my shadow box.
I showed these
Yep.
to Anita.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And you found those?
I
at the
found them
thrift store.
on I found them by our railroad while I was riding my bike. Or no, I was on foot actually. I was walking to our bank to my bank one day. Yeah, they're like
You always
100
got
years old.
you always got
The
to look
modern don't
down.
have this. That don't have
Hey,
this
Lou Ray.
elongated shape.
No, they don't. They're a lot
They're more
shorter.
rounded.
They're a lot shorter.
They're shorter. This is like an 8-inch pair. It they're not, even the logo's a little bit different.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull you up here so I can see. We can see that logo.
Bring it over just a little.
Sorry, we're
I can kind of see
There you
it.
go.
No, that's okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's
I
yeah.
the
like those.
logo?
I collect a lot of old tools, so
I thought you might find that interesting. That
I got a whole toolbox up there full of old tools that I've found at antique stores. I do a little bit of antiquing, a little bit of metal detecting, a little bit of magnet fishing,
Yeah,
a
when
little
I
bit of
come back
snooping.
down, we're going back to that flea market.
Oh yeah,
believe it or not, this is the way I found them. They're not even
that was
rusty.
probably came out of somebody's toolbox.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's another recent one, and I know this is old, but it's kind of beat up. This was a magnet fishing find.
Yeah, but
Budweiser, yep.
flip. Oh, I
I
was going to
don't
say flip
understand
the
how
top,
something
but
can be underwater for probably 70, 80 to 200 years and
And
it
not rust out.
not be completely gone.
Yeah, because this isn't aluminum. This is an old tin can.
Hmm.
So, and it's I mean, for being in the water in the swamp water for 40, 50 years at least. This was probably from when I was a kid.
at the very least,
Yeah.
I don't have a date on this thing. I
because
never really
Swamp and I are
looked.
the same age
Yep. No, I'm older than you.
by 2 months.
I got a birthday.
Just a skosh, Swampy. It's the mileage, not the years.
Yeah, my mileage.
Well, let me tell you, my
I'm
husband
over
has
my
a
recommended mileage.
So am
That's
I.
for sure.
I've been with my husband since I was 14, so
See, that's crazy talk right there. That's absolutely crazy talk, Don.
why?
That's a long time. You were 14 like 50 like 100 years ago, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
And you were the same age.
No, I'm only 12.
Yeah. And that gray beard.
Maybe I'm 18. Oh, there's another cool find recent. Look at that. See that chain?
Oh, nice.
Is it
That chain
silver?
is brass. No, it's brass.
Brass. Nice. Brass never goes away.
And it came out of the homestead, so it's definitely older. I'm excited to get
I
out
bet it's
to
an old pocket watch chain.
it very well could be because I did find a pocket watch this last week. That was one of my other cool finds out at the new homestead I'm hunting at. Found a new pocket. I found a pocket watch, only the outside edge and the part of the center. And I also found a desk clock. And I love finding old clocks and old watches. They're by far some of my favorite finds.
I got a cool but fairly rare find. I'll be right back. I want to show you something.
Oh, show and tell, show and tell. We're gonna have show and tell. I love show and tell.
I want
um,
to get it working.
For
I want
Christmas.
to get this working.
Ooh, a lighter.
A Fenton lighter.
Very nice.
I want to
What's
get
wrong
this
with
work. I think it needs a new flint.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
easy if it's still functional. And you find those every once in a while the at the antique stores down here. I
If
know
you
I
find
collect.
them, if you find this particular one, these are
No.
rare.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye open. I've found a few things. I know I've got a World War One trench lighter. No, Jim, I'm not old enough to be a Vietnam veteran.
No, we
But
were
thank you
like,
Yeah.
for your service.
we weren't born yet.
I was born before Vietnam ended. Vietnam ended 2 months after official pullout was 2 months after I was born. So you might not have been born yet, Don.
No,
You young kid.
well, yeah.
My father was in the end of Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
My
A boat.
husband's
He
father
was the,
was.
he
My
was a
dad was born.
boatswain's striker.
He
Okay.
missed.
My
I'm
dad
sorry.
was born during World War II, so and I know about bosun's mates. I was actually a bosun's mate striker before I decided I didn't want to be on the deck anymore and I wanted to go be in the kitchen. So then I became a cook.
Mm. I
Learned how
never got to know my father.
mm, that's not fun.
Well, no,
I
my
miss my daddy.
husband, his, well, his dad lied to get into the Navy, and
Message.
he was 16 years old. But both of his parents had died from, they called it consumption, but it was,
Tuberculosis.
yes, there we go.
Somebody's
So,
sending me pictures.
Okay.
so he has, well, had 3 sisters. One was 21 years older. She passed away this past winter. And then he has a sister that's 17 years older than him and one that's 13 years older than him.
See, and that's one of the other things I really like collecting. I like collecting stories, people's stories. You know that oral history. I need to learn how to write all that stuff down. Start writing down people's stories, and man, then you're saving the really good stuff. My fiance, she's got quite a history. She's quite the historian when it comes to her family,
Yes.
and some amazing history. Her daddy served in World War II as paratrooper, so he was one of the originals when it came to jumping out of planes. Not my cup of tea.
Mine either.
I like keeping my boots either on the ground or on the boat deck.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't handle a plane.
JP, how you doing? JP's Lawns and More just came in.
Hey,
Cheers.
JP.
Yeah. Um, I have nothing but respect for our men in the armed forces, men and women in the armed forces.
Yep.
Nothing but
Any
respect.
of them that wears a uniform, they have my respect.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
And
one right there.
he is a cutie. Let me tell you, if I wasn't old enough to be his mommy,
Oh
Hi,
no.
JP.
I think his girlfriend might have something to say about that, Don.
I think my husband might have something to say about that.
You think?
Yeah, 36 years. He might take
Yeah,
your
you might get
homemade
in trouble.
axe to me.
Yeah, that's a cool bottle, John. Here, I'll show off John that's in the chat. That's the bottle that he found.
Oh, cool.
Interesting, John.
It's embossed on it, so that's kind of
Wow.
cool. I love the bottles with raised stuff. I found this one.
The interesting
Cost,
thing about that is they didn't there's stuff that they considered back then that they didn't consider to be drugs, though.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this one's a cologne bottle that I found at an antique store. I like hitting the antique stores. Hoyt's German Cologne, E.W. Hoyt and Company, Lowell, Massachusetts. So if you put this on, you'd smell like a German. I don't I don't see the appeal there. Is there an appeal? I'm missing something.
Well,
You
Shook
drink
is
this and you'll
German.
smell you drink this and you'll smell like a German.
There you go.
I
I not
still
be
can't.
drinking no beer.
Pardon. I still can't believe how long it took for them to get that substance out of Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah. Oh
hmm
yeah. Coca-Cola's got an interesting history. I had an old
Yeah.
Coke bottle, but I gave it to somebody else because they collect Coca-Cola bottles and they'd never seen one. But I do have an old embossed Pepsi bottle. And I
Oh, that's
found this
pretty. That is
found this
very
one
nice.
found this at Florida Hunt 8. If we were going back to the same property again, which I might go back Sunday if I don't, because they're opening up the Soldiers Camp Freedom for us on Sunday. I may take a drive up there and walk out to the bottle dump because nobody really hits the bottle dump. I may have to go bottle hunting while I'm out.
The stoneware that's over your shoulder, did is it
Oh, over Rob's shoulder.
no over your shoulder? Over
My
your
shoulder.
right shoulder.
This one?
Yes, take your finger. You got stoneware
Where?
on the
Here?
bottom shelf.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, those are bottles. Those are stone bottles that are used. Those are
Yeah, they're
they're
stoneware.
meat bottles. Yeah. They're
I got
modern.
some stoneware someplace in my apartment.
They're modern,
Oh, I
but
found
they're
my
made.
Oh,
I found
those
my
aren't
half dollar.
you.
There's my Kennedy half
These.
dollar, 1966.
Oh, that smells like mead.
That's from Nita.
Yes, this one's probably one that I had before Anita came, but Miss Anita brought me quite a bit. I still got some left. I've been using my meat sparingly because she brought me the good stuff. I'm not drinking whole pitchers of it at a time, which I never do anyways. Oh, and there's my good watch find. Check this one out. This is beautiful. It's all
Good
in
night, Brockton.
pieces, but it's Brockton going to bed.
Yeah, he said he just woke up, but good night, everyone.
What
Good night.
did I miss? Can Do Veteran? Oh no, he's talking about the Can Do Veteran show. I love the Chicken Man. So check this watch out.
Oh wow, a chronograph is that?
That's the internals to the watch.
Yeah.
I found 2 gears for it and another hole.
Interesting.
I found the winder. The back plate. That actually went. Let me see. It lines up, and that's how I know it goes. I got the right one. That's the only reason I know I got the right one. See, those line right up.
Wow. Good
So are you
watchmaker might be able to get that back up and going.
Oh no, that's toast. That's the face. That was the face where the numbers were.
well, could you redo the face?
Nah, I don't think so. And then I got 2 caps, but they look like they're both back caps to a watch. So I'm thinking there might have been 2 different watches that are the same size lost in that spot.
Well, one could have had a hinge on it. Well, both of them could have had a hinge.
Those are both compression pieces, which makes me think that they're 2 backs to 2 different watches. But who's taking credit for killing the chicken man?
Not me.
Yes,
I don't
can
even
do
know who
veteran.
he is.
You don't know who Chicken Man is?
No.
Man, you're missing out. Him and Joe Bob Rake have been going at it for a little while. You know how that Joe Bob is. You know
I'm not sure.
that
I don't think I've heard of him.
Joe Bob Rake. He's a troublemaker.
Yeah, he is.
He thinks he's the supreme ruler. It's like,
Okay, you
nope.
need to tell Rob who Joe Bob is.
Joe Bob.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Joe Bob Rake? No, you just got to figure that one out. I don't have anything that says who the heck is Joe Bob Rake here. I had a sticker on my desk. See, and Clark's Cove didn't know Chicken Man was dead. Joe Bob Rake is Robert Clark's identical twin cousin.
Yes.
So Clark's Cove detecting, it's Rob's identical twin cousin, and he's a troublemaker.
I'll have to look into that.
I
Interesting.
never have heard how his litigation against Arnie went either. From Arnie was selling butt scratchers, and Joe Bob got a hold of one and for his spectrum, wide open. You remember what I'm talking about, Don?
I got called everything but a white woman.
No, I'm not blaming you for Joe Bob.
No, I know. Wait. So I
Joe
don't.
Bob's your identical twin cousin, but that doesn't mean it's your fault, Robert. That's just Joe Bob is Joe Bob. Joe Bob's his own person. He's a troublemaker, though.
Okay, Clark's Cove. When I come in this spring, I am going to an old trash dump for a small town.
In West Virginia?
Yes. You're more than welcome to come.
Let's go. I'm coming. Let's go. Let's go do it.
So it's on my cousin's farm, and he has given me permission to come.
Let's go. Deal me in. I got to go up to Connecticut anyways. I got to go help my brother search his property. He owns an old sawmill. It's Kim's Nature Channel. Hola, Kim. Kim, anybody that hasn't checked out the channel, she's one of my local buddies here in Florida. Wait a minute. Why is it coming up? Sorry, I got it screen. I'm throwing you all off. Oh, come on.
It never
Nothing wants to
wants to
work
work
Hi,
right
when you
Kim.
tonight.
want it to.
Nature Channel.
It's
Yep.
Swampy's channel.
Kim's Nature Channel. She posts some good shirt videos of some
I was just
what?
reading her chat name.
Kim's Nature Kim's
You
Nature
cut out.
Channel is her own. I might be losing connection.
A little bit.
Nothing's working. Working.
Well, it's getting
So
on to
yeah,
11:30 y'all's
it's
time.
gonna be a good year. Let me tell you. Yep, it's almost 11:30. We are. I'm gonna
Oh, it's
go to
I
sleep
keep
pretty
thinking
soon. I gotta
it's
go pick
Sunday.
somebody up. Nope. I gotta go meet up with a buddy downtown. He doesn't have a car. He got a whole bunch of metal donated to him, so a bunch of aluminum. So I'm gonna take him up. We're gonna go make a scrapyard run with his aluminum. See if we can get him a couple of bucks. He's a disabled veteran. Doesn't have a lot here in town, so we're gonna see if we can get him some cash for groceries out of the aluminum that he found.
Do they not
Because that's how we
have
roll.
do they not have a center to help with the veterans?
Yeah, they do, but he's very independent. He wants to do his own thing, and he rides his bike around with his service dog on the front of it around town. I met him because he was looking for something, and it turns out that he's a fellow detectorist of sort. Yeah, I can't grab the tub yet, Kim, because I've got this is going to be an all aluminum run. I'm making the run for both tomorrow, which you know who that is too. Kim Kim lives here in St. Cloud. Well, she lives down in St. Cloud. I live in Narcoossee. I differentiate. There's a difference between Narcoossee and St. Cloud. Not much, but Narcoossee's strong. Booyah. I like living in a little town that doesn't have a name that anybody can pronounce. That's always
Hi,
fun.
Shannon.
So I will definitely swing by though. Maybe tomorrow after I do the aluminum run, I'll pick it up to get it out of your yard and I'll throw it in my storage unit till I make my next steel run.
Is it cast iron?
Yep. It's got a big hole
Woohoo!
in it though. And
That'll
it's
be a
not claw
nice
tooth.
payout.
If it was a claw tooth tub, I wouldn't be throwing it out. I'd be figuring out how to fix it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, cast iron tub, that's gonna add to weight.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yep. The Uber driver. Hey, I
Well,
found some
You're an Uber
pennies.
driver?
I am
Check this
gonna
out.
jump off here. What is that?
Plastic. They're
Plastic?
plastic. Yep.
Are
You
they
don't often
passing
find
them as
plastic.
real?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I found them when I was metal detecting. They were just on the surface. They say right on them they're not real.
It's interesting how much stuff you guys can you find just on the surface, or stuff people pull up by with magnets that are non-magnetic
Yep. I find a
or
lot of
non-metal.
stuff that's magnetic. I've only found 2 marbles ever. I want to find more marbles. So when we go to a garbage dump, we're gonna find marbles, Don.
I lost my marbles a long time ago.
Yep. They drilled holes and pulled all mine out of my head. But
He's not
yeah,
kidding.
this time.
He's
No.
got two
Well, I'm not
holes.
kidding about the
I tell
holes.
him it's where his horns was.
Yeah, they're right here. If you rub my horns, it's good luck. That's why I had to switch metal detectors because my Garrett AT Pro would not work well with my implant. I got interference from it. Somebody
Really?
said they were. Yep. Somebody said they were going. Who's going?
Me. I'm going to
Oh,
bed.
all right, Don.
So,
Okay, good
good
night,
night,
Don.
everybody.
Well, if
It was
What?
nice to meet you, Rob,
yeah, well,
in
nice to see you again,
person.
Don.
And Swampy will get together and get, if Clark's Cove's interested in going, we'll get together and make a plan.
What? Does that just say what I think it did? Did you just do that, Mr. Brockton?
I was going to say, I didn't do nothing because I can't read chat and I can't type on my tablet.
Man, thank you, Brockton. I appreciate that. That's always helpful. That's something that definitely helps when we're out there helping the community. I appreciate that. Brockton knows what I'm talking about.
Well,
But
if
anyway,
you're about to
yeah,
go out tonight, I'll probably, I gotta eat supper soon, so I'm probably also gonna check out
yeah,
as
I'm
well.
not gonna stay up. I'm not gonna stay up much longer either. So, good night, Dawn.
Good
Good night,
night.
guys.
Definitely let us know how you're feeling. Shoot a
I
message over to
will.
Sherry. She'd love to hear from you. Don't
Okay.
be a stranger.
I
And
won't. I'll give her a call. She got my number. It works both
yeah,
ways.
yeah, it does. Do I need to boot you out? Do you not remember how to sign off?
Yeah,
Um,
I know how.
no. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes,
I can do it.
sometimes Dawn doesn't.
Good night.
Good night, Dawn. You have a great night. Get better.
Oh, I am trying.
So, then it leaves just Swampy here. Man, it's definitely been a crazy week. Like I said, I've got a couple of things to get out and do. We're going to make a scrapyard run tomorrow. Going to go drop off some aluminum for my friend Bo, see if we can get him a little bit of extra cash for groceries and stuff. He likes being independent like that. And we'll probably film that aluminum run. Then I got to pick up some stuff, and I don't know what else I'm going to do tomorrow. Might do some metal detecting. Maybe we'll see if we can figure out how to make the GoPro 10 stream right to StreamYard. Apparently there's a way to do it with that new GoPro, so we'll see how it works. We'll test it out. Right now, I'm going to go get some sleep, go watch some TV, maybe hang out with my sweetheart, hold those people you love and cherish close to you, never let them go. If you're dealing with something, remember there's somebody else out there that's dealing with it too. Get out there, have fun, do something new, try a new hobby, try metal detecting, try magnet fishing, try mountain biking. You live in the area, in my area, you want to go mountain biking, I will hook you up. We will get out there. We can always ride on the four-wheelers. Oop, what was that? What the heck? Oh, that's just crazy talk. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. I'm going to go call it a night for tonight. We're going to try to do a show for 2 hours. Not next week, the week after that. If you got any good detecting finds, any good magnet fishing finds, anything you're trying to identify, figuring out what something is, that's kind of my thing. Kind of like doing the research. You shoot me over pictures. We'll research it up. I'll put them up here on the camera if we need to. We'll have a good old time sitting around chatting, identifying those cool finds, figuring out what treasure is. Anyways, get out there, guys. Have fun. See you in 2 weeks.